right, so welcome again to the next episode of the Misadventures of Padawans in the middle of the Clone Wars. You're using the Havar
Ye-
system. I'm Bruce Burns,
Yeehaw!
the trouble generating and storytelling nerd, aspiring author, occasional martial arts instructor, and machinist. And the usual crew is with me. We got everybody here, so sound off, guys.
Who wants to go first? I guess I'll go first. All right. Josh Rosebrough, lead editor at Pirate Christian Media, filmmaker, troublemaker, political dissident, and overall individual who likes to have fun and make jokes.
I'm Josh Waltzing, not to be confused with Josh Rosebrough. I am a professional. I'm a professional martial arts instructor. I run Alexandria Martial Arts and Movement, and I teach 6 days a week. Martial arts. I like to game in my free time and relax and blow up objects in my fantasy world with my friends, and I am very excited to play today.
Nice. Joe Cookman, longtime friend of Bruce, and I love gaming. So let's go.
Bring it on.
Okay. So if we let's see what's over here. Zoom in real quick for the issues. Nope, that is the wrong. I gotta update that. So I'm gonna start off at the Jedi Legation in Humberine. Drag everybody back over there. Back. Wrong button. I'm being more strokey than usual today. All right.
Interesting way to
So-
phrase that.
Brought to you by Medical Maladies.
Right? My life has gotten way more interesting after my brain broke. It's the perfect excuse. I highly don't recommend it. Medical debt is no fun. All right. But you can see the nice, kind of aesthetic tower in the middle of the endless cityscape behind you. That's the Jedi Legation. Clearly, it's big enough that both your frigates and your freighters and your fighters can do. You have not. So we're opening up with the answer: will you take the experimental starfighters? Will you take the experimental starfighters?
How many fate points are we getting out of it?
I'm giving you shields and hyperdrives. You get STFU of fate points.
The lack of fate points leads me to believe that it's not going to be a complete death trap.
You want fate points? You have to you have to invoke prototype starfighter and have something break down.
Oh goodness, yeah. We're about to take these bad boys on their sea trials, man. This will be fun.
What could in live fire, right? Not a shakedown cruise. We don't have time for that. But I am.
What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
I am shamelessly stealing Porsche's design.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using the sleeker version and not the fixed version because honestly, the fixed version will look really good during Rebellion era. Should you all survive Order 66?
Okay.
Oh man, I just love the fact that we're gonna be like this. My Navy training is kicking in, going, oh boy, I know what sea trials are. Oh boy.
Well, I'm gonna take it. I
heck
think
yeah.
I think Rosenborough's tactic of asking if we get fate points was a really good test to see if it was actually gonna be worth it. If you would have offered fate points, I would have been like, no, I'm gonna spend my fate points to kindly say no, thank you.
Go back to Baraka, work with your family. It'll work out better in the long run.
He just like he gently kicks the thing and the fender falls off.
He goes to start it up and it goes.
Just the
I
check engine
promise
light
it
just comes
started the
on.
last time I tried that.
Heck yeah, we'll take some starships.
I think
Cowabunga it
having
is then.
shields and internal hyperdrives is valuable.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So the Tri-Wing S91X Pegasus Starfighter is in all your journals. You will be able to drag one over for yourself. Make it the color that you want. Please put your name tag underneath it when you do that, for ease of. So we need to talk logistics then.
Okay. Guy.
You don't have to do that on this map. So this is the day before D-Day, guys.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna move that over into the starships.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is. Yay.
So anytime you need that, you'll be able to drag that there.
Sweet. I should pull up the source book material when it comes to fighter maneuvers.
Ooh, I actually next time I'm up, we've got to get out of my barn. I have the Naval Aviators book on combat.
Oh,
Fun.
yes.
From like the 1980s. So
So
I've got the Top Gun book.
Yes.
Nice.
It's actually way more. A lot of it just simply doesn't apply because it's about speed and power conservation through changes in altitude and other things that you just would not even occur to a civilian to ponder.
No.
All right.
And not only that, but with repulsor lifts, it's just kind of a little bit different.
So your next question that's up for because this is like the day before you leave the Shire, right? We're starting a campaign. We're going to this besieged planet. You guys are going to hit ahead of the main invasion force, so you can give the besieged army news that they're not fighting to the last man. Help is coming. Be ready to evacuate. That kind of thing. And there will be, needless to say, a bunch of adventures connected with that. And so we're not wasting time as we sit around and we figure out what's that going to look like. Who are you bringing? And what are the pros and cons? Because you've got Faker Company and the Vigilante, your Jedi cruiser. You
Yes.
also have the Droid Apostles and the Merchant's Creed, your Gozanti cruiser, which has already run the blockade once, Cookman. I will point that out.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I was like, yeah, and we did invite like half the galaxy to join in. So if we had them sit out, I don't know.
But I don't know if you would let them operate independently. So you can't really send them. It would be difficult, you would imagine, to send them with the mass of civilian craft who will be showing up in a day or two after you guys hit the planet.
Right.
Because they're a bunch of droids. Some yeehaw yokel from Corellia will shoot them out of space on general principle, and it'd be
Do they not have proper IFF?
That would be bad.
It's not a matter of IFF. It's kind of like going door to door as a black insurance salesman in rural Arkansas in the 1960s.
Right. And like if everybody's going the same direction, one person just gently shoots a freighter out of the sky when everybody else is kind of like going about their business and they know what freighter that is.
An
like
unfortunate friendly fire accident that was.
Right. Exactly. Like
Did not
everybody's
put all 8 of those proton torpedoes right up their exhaust port.
That would never happen.
Pity,
Never happen.
what will we do without more battle droids?
But these are our battle droids.
But that would never
no,
happen.
they're their own battle droids.
In a matter of speaking, but
guys
you know,
still own them. You're just letting them think
yeah,
for themselves.
like R2D2 and C3PO are sentient or whatever, if you will, but they still believe in having a master or an owner.
Turns out that's kind of
Except-
important to a droid in life.
Except for when they decide that they don't want to pay attention or be around that owner, and then they go do their own adventure.
That's usually what restraining bolts are for.
Oh. We are not doing restraining bolts.
No,
You're
I'm not.
crazy.
I am not suggesting that on the droid apostles. No. Although it would be interesting if we were able to, I don't know, use them as infiltrators.
They got new emblems painted on their chest.
Never mind then.
They can get that washed off. That's not a problem. Or exchangeable chest plates. They
Yeah,
can,
I
they
mean,
can just like have some.
You're going to bring the Lego droids for espionage purposes.
Hey, if they want to
Yes.
do it, then that's cool. That's another adventure. But for now, they're just gonna
forward
they're just gonna get good.
forward reconnaissance is a thing.
I can't wait to see you roll rapport to pitch that to the apostles.
Let's get them some refresh first.
Yeah, that's fine. We can save them for later.
Have you guys
Yeah,
looked at
It'll
the
be one of those like
apostles?
I've been thinking about this for a while. What's that?
Have you guys actually ever gone to the Clone Wars characters page and looked at the apostles?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's been a couple iterations. Like you've obviously done some work.
Have you compared them to the stats of the average battle droid?
No, they're pretty close though, aren't they?
Yeah.
We'll put the B1 battle droid in the Roll20 chat real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They had 3 physical stress, 2 mental stress.
yeah. They did not have physique. That was the one thing that we added in because they got a refresh and they got that, so they have the physical stress to withstand the hits. But
So
otherwise, they don't really have the skills
we have
to
what?
do much.
We have 10 B1s and 2 B2s.
12 B1s. The B2s are named Michael and Gabriel. They're not the
Got it. So they're the archangels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Their,
We got
their
archangels
job
and
is
the
mostly
apostles.
to keep the apostles from, enthusiasm lemminging themselves off of a plot cliff.
Hey,
Yes.
they could still
Exactly.
be in on the espionage part of it. We just, like
So
I said, we need to get them
maybe
some.
level them up enough to give them the skill deceive.
Yeah.
Before you send them out as scouts.
Give them a
Doesn't
more
mean we-
convincing.
yeah.
Roger.
So maybe when they hit their
'Cause
next
that-
refresh, then we pitch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because their deceived skills worked so well in Clone Wars, that particular episode where they tried to infiltrate that one base.
You
and
will notice they did not give those droids time to level up.
Or augmentations.
Or, enhanced processing power. They just subverted their will. And you already did that to the poor, innocent Dark Jedi pincushion of lasers.
I do believe Lasho gave him a
terminally
big-
surprised.
I do believe Lasho gave him a big giant force hug, though.
Yeah, you did hold him in the air while they did target practice on him.
Jeez Louise.
Which is, even more brutal than most of the Order 66 cuts, and that's saying something.
Lasho got a headache from that, man. That took a lot of effort.
I'm sure the Jedi feels your pain.
Hey, plasma acupuncture is a proven cure for being a dark Jedi.
All right, so an unaugmented. Oh my!
Yo, okay.
Welcome to a Bruce Burns role-playing game. It is wrong here. Seriously, guys. All right, so problem is the vigilante cruisers. The vigilante has a top speed of like 1200 kph in atmosphere, and the Gozanti has about a 400 kph speed.
Right.
So if you bring the Gozanti, which you can do, you will have to fight several rounds to defend it while it clears the blockade.
Okay, so we have a blockade, and we're trying to actually get down planet side. How many starfighters can we hide inside of the freighter?
Oh, the freighter isn't rigged for that.
The freighter's not rigged for having starships inside it at all.
No, so the Gozanti's only about 45 meters long.
Oh,
Right, it's about a third as long as a Corellian corvette.
okay.
It
'Cause
could carry 2 of your fighters bottom mounted.
Okay, I'm thinking like maybe if we did it Russian nesting doll style, where we actually what we do is the freighter can get close enough because it with IFF or whatever it would be like, oh, it's just a freighter, and then surprise, like, oh boy, and catch them. The element of surprise might actually help us.
Rather than having the universal freighter Gozanti, rather than have that go fight its way through the blockade, you want to sneak its way through the blockade with fake codes.
That would, it would definitely make it so that we could get down to the planet's surface more easily. But also, if we got on the other side of the blockade, then we could actually create a two-front war if we wanted, and really mess up their day, because if they, it's going to be hard for them to fire in both directions simultaneously, or at least focus their attention in both directions.
You could maybe fit one starship in the hold and bottom mount the other 2.
Okay. Well, that's at least my idea. Do a little bit of a Trojan horse kind of scenario.
The only thing is that we don't really have a whole lot of military to go and make a two-sided war because we're outnumbered pretty badly. But we can definitely, if that's one way, even if we bust our way through and we make a lane for everybody, which we probably should be making a lane for everybody.
No, you don't have to worry about that. They're bringing their own super star destroyer.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, you guys are going in a day or 2 ahead of time. Right, you're going in and joining the besieged army with your news and your intelligence and your comlinks.
Okay, so stealth is actually the recommended structure of the day then.
For the first part of it sounds like,
yes. Yeah, infiltrate, organize, give intel, stuff like that, prep, and then wait for reinforcements.
So you're gonna take the Gozanti in stealth wise rather than run the blockade with bunches of shoot 'em up actions with the Charger. The Charger is the name of the upgraded counselor ship that you guys have been assigned.
I mean,
the one that probably wouldn't be able to fake its way through.
Oh, it can.
Yeah.
That one can fake its way through.
The Charger can fight its way through, no problem. It's as fast as the Vulture droids.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of what it's designed to do. Its atmosphere speed is 1200. Vulture droid's atmosphere speed is like 1150. So there's a reason it's called a blockade runner.
Right.
In later versions.
But the
this
problem
is pretty much exactly what it does.
Right, but the issue is that if we're going in 2 days prior to the actual assault force, then they'll have time to scramble all of their stuff and basically be led on this wild chase, if you will. All the while we have to fend them off, and while waiting for backup.
Well, there's an active war zone going on the planet.
Right. So once we get through the blockade, it's going to be pretty much just going to the planetary defense side.
Like there's 3 main continents on the world, and the innermost ring of the last continent hasn't fallen yet.
Well, I think at that point, then maybe taking our heaviest hitting cruiser, and being able to provide air support, like in this fight, would actually be even a better usage of our time.
You guys could do military roles for Clubats.
Let's do it.
Is
Can
that
can
just,
we have the can we have the droids in on this conversation too?
Yeah, they're part of your crew. Are you going to try to get the droids and the clones to all contribute?
do we have to roll rapport for that?
Oh hell
I
yeah!
don't
If you're getting the apostles and Faker Company to function in the same room will always be a rapport roll.
You know, but
Until it becomes justified.
Right.
Yeah, that's not. Nope, you can't actually get them both to help.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I'll
I haven't
actually-
rolled. Like, I mind you, I don't have rapport, so I'll have to just roll it mediocre, right?
Yeah, roll it mediocre.
Yeah, this is my rapport roll.
Oh my gosh. So the eighth grader, by sheer perkiness, and and Lasho, by sheer reasonableness, managed to get everybody assembled in the hangar between the two cruisers without blaster fire.
Mm-hmm.
And you've kind of got like a Top Gun briefing set up with folding chairs and a hollow screen and
It's a bug hunt.
and so now you're all brainstorming.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will just kind of consider the two groups giving you like a total of like +8 or so. But again, you're and eventually you're rolling against the commanders of the armies of the two respective sides.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm just going to consider these rolls taking place at another level, an order of magnitude higher than they would otherwise be.
Okay.
So now you three can make your military rolls. Well, who's going to make the final roll, and who's going to be rolling to get aspects to assist?
Who has the best military of the group? Because I don't think even I have that as a skill yet.
I think you
I
picked it up
don't.
at mediocre when you leveled up.
Okay.
I don't
so
know
I
if
have,
you've
mediocre.
upgraded your character.
I have not upgraded my character yet. And we
You
did.
said at mediocre or at average? Oh yeah, because you have a skill that you haven't added in.
You
Yeah.
did say military because you
Mhm.
don't want to be helpless like Geonosius.
Right. Yeah, that would be
So you-
helpful. All right. So I'll roll military. See what happens. Wait. Yeah. Okay.
So you've got military. I think Jomok picked up military.
No, he did not.
Did Lasho?
Yes.
So Jomok can try a straight roll. Bar is junior, so you want to roll to see if you can create any advantages for Lasho to tag on his?
Correct.
Let's do that
BD6
then.
is gonna.
All right. I'll
BD6
roll.
is gonna also roll military. If you
Oh
don't
yeah,
mind.
BD has military too, which is just
Sweet.
frightening. Darth. Oh yeah, we can tell Josh BD's new nickname after the horror movie. After BD became the main character in his own horror film, as he was
So what's his nickname?
Darth Trillwhistle. Because he is the perky chirpy thing that comes out of the shadows and just eats your droid brain.
Okay, so if I'm able to stack BD, then it would be what, like average +1 or something?
No, BD can make his own roll.
Oh, BD can make his own roll. Okay,
Yep.
so I'll roll for military for bar. Let me just get that all set up. I'll roll. Oh, please don't roll down. Oh gosh, I rolled down 1, and then BD will also roll. Oh gosh.
Wow, down 3.
Yeah, that was abysmal.
Not to say that you guys suck, because I would never say that.
As
Hey.
he says it.
My rolls last week were pretty bad too for a lot of them.
All right, looks like it's just Lasho.
Oh gosh. Hey,
All right.
we have a
that gives you an
chance.
advantage. Both and. Use the use the you can use the fighter, and you guys can be in your fighter, right? You can do the open military insertion. And while that's happening and drawing all the attention of the net, you can slip the droids in as part of separatist traffic. And get both your ships in 2 different ways.
That would work. And then we can just convene upon the same point.
Yep.
How fast are these tri-fighters though? Are they about 1200 as well?
So I'm effectively using the same stats as X-Wings for them.
Cool.
Which is just very well balanced, right? So they've only got 2 blasters, but I'm assuming those blasters are much more rapid fire than the X-Wing. They shoot a little more like Slave 1. And they've got 6 proton torpedoes. Instead of most ships of the air carry concussion missile launchers. Concussion missiles hit for 30 points of damage, and proton torpedoes, in using the Legends ratings, hit for 100.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You can't use torpedoes against fighters. That's what concussion missiles are designed to do.
Right. Like the proton torpedoes are more dummy in their
they're anti-ship.
Yeah.
So it took all 8 concussion missiles for Jomak to solo a Lucrehulk. And it would only take 3 proton torpedoes to do the same amount of damage. Or
I thought
if
he
you
would have
guys
spared
decide
them.
to trench run, if you guys decide to do your trench runs, then each of you just dumping both racks would be a 1 shot and out, and that would do it for the Lucrehulk. Now that you know that Lucrehulks are vulnerable to trench runs.
Oh, so you're telling us that the military role is saying that a trench run is going to be our best option?
No, I'm telling you can do both and. You can do the direct military, get the gunship down there where you'll have the clone, you'll have Faker Company, and even though Faker Company are base level clones, remember base level clones are the finest troops ever trained as a default level in basically galactic history.
Right.
Nobody else spends 10 years of boot camp. Or probably 9 years of boot camp, because you got to learn to walk, but
it's still boot camp.
Right? They've got more training time than most American veterans have service time.
Right.
And so they will be plenty valuable, less for their numbers in terms of front lines than their knowledge in terms of helping out, like at command posts, that kind of thing. Okay. So getting the clones down there, and that gunship is very handy. That cruiser's got some firepower.
Right.
Once you're down in atmosphere, suddenly it's the big boy. And then you've got you can smuggle your 3 cruisers in the Gozanti, your 3 fighters in the Gozanti, or you'd probably fly escort because you're about the same speed.
Okay.
And then you'll have the droids as your ace in the hole and backup military.
There you go.
In the Clone Wars Rebel, like the Clone Wars Star Wars show, that one Rookies episode, they were rookies, like straight out of their training, and they were still like 10 times better than all those droids, and they were supposed to be like the droids that came in that episode were like the new like combat droids or something, and they
Yeah.
were way better as even rookies.
Yeah. And it that seems, but they're so often, the clone troopers are so often shown next to Jedi Masters, you know, who are throwing fate points left and right, that they look incompetent.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that each and every one of them is basically a Mandalorian. Because that's
Right.
effectively every clone trooper is a Mandalorian with slightly different gear.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you were able to have 200. You know, this is still early. You guys, Geonosis lost almost, you know, like over 50,000 troops. So you've got like 150,000 clones facing off against 4 million droids across the galaxy, and they're not stopping them. You know, the Separatists at this point in the early months are gaining territory, but they're not doing it quick and they're not doing it easy.
Right.
You know, I think one of the guys who's a way bigger nerd, that one of the commentators said, like, the average clone took out like something like 200 droids before he went down.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you are going in to rescue an actual sentient army. Not that the clones aren't sentient, but like they're not clones. This is the army that the sector had. You know, was able to mobilize from, you know, basically this is like the whole sector's army reserves are who's trapped on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably not reserve troops after weeks and weeks of ground combat. You know, they're gaining a lot of experience involuntarily, but that's who's trapped, and that's who you're trying to rescue.
Okay. So Ballantine is going in undercover with the droids, separatist style, and then we're gonna go do I forget the term that he used, but we're going with Faker group, and the starfighters were doing escort.
Seems like the way to do the most damage on the way in.
Yep.
It's one of the nice things about military operations. The option that inflicts the most damage is the best one.
Shooting.
How many Luker hulks do they have?
4. There were 4 after you killed the 5th one.
Okay. Possible to take one out on the way in?
Yeah, you guys probably could make that a side mission.
If we can hit them fast enough and hard enough before they're able to scramble their fighters, we might be able to make a pretty good mess of it.
Well, you're going to be plenty of dogfighting, but basically he's adding a trench run as part of your insertion strategy.
Right. Bonus mission.
Well, it'll definitely help when they're gonna be doing the whole Dunkirk thing.
Yeah.
Right.
They have one less Luker hulk.
Okay, so the Luker Hulk ships are actually they act as the actual beacons for the battle droids and controlling them. Do we know?
Not anymore. That was 10
Not anymore?
years ago at the Battle of Geonosis.
By
the time the Separatist army got done, every droid has its own processing chip.
Got it. Okay. All right.
But you are talking about a 3-kilometer wide battle cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, each Luker Hulk easily outguns a Venator.
Right.
Wait, so you're saying at the start of the Clone Wars is when the Luker hulks were actually controlling the battle droids?
No, Phantom Menace, 10 years before.
Oh,
you know,
gotcha. Okay.
8-year-old Anakin Skywalker, not 18-year-old Anakin Skywalker.
Right.
And they learned from watching their droids, their whole army get turned off because of a single preteen. That maybe they wanted to eliminate that vulnerability.
They might have learned something.
The enemy is not.
And a little Jar Jar oopsie that also happened that helped that fight, right?
Jar Jar didn't do a whole lot. It was mostly Anakin.
I thought that when it was the underwater people and Jar Jar that he used one of those marble things to go and take out like a whole battalion of droids.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah. he maybe took out 40 or 50 out of 40 or 50,000.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he partially Expector Cluzo'd it.
Yep.
Right.
All right, so we've got our insertion mission.
Yep.
And we won't need to role play. So the droids have no capacity haven't really got a big capacity for deception, except for maybe Judas.
He's got some experience in that. He took good. He had a good coach. Took some notes.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
I don't know how he doesn't already have it as a skill. That's the part that blows my mind.
Well, I don't have enough skill points to spend.
He doesn't know kung fu yet. We haven't put him into the Matrix.
So you would need to rig the ship with the appropriate codes, and where would you find them?
Wouldn't the droids know where to find them?
The droids don't even have their original brains. You took them
Is
out
there a-
and put in new
is there a-
ones.
Is there a dark holonet?
You don't know it. Are you guys gonna try to like find a slicer? That's contacts or military intelligence, but I don't really think at this point that there's a lot of cross infiltration here. That definitely happens later on. Like the Confederacy, the Separatists have their spies everywhere. The Republic was pretty blindsided by all this.
So we don't actually have the original brains of the B1s lying around anywhere.
I don't know. Would you like to pay me a fate point to declare that you've got them in a jar somewhere?
I have 5 fate points.
I thought that for the B1s that they just had the heuristic chips added. I didn't think that they actually had all of their programming stuff taken out. Is that not true?
That's what I thought. I remember that you changed their heuristic chip.
Right, but that is their brain.
Okay, so
The chip is also the memory.
yeah, I was just wondering. Like, I thought that it was just like in addition to what they already had, so that way it's not taken away from their like military training and all that.
Well, let's roll military on this one.
Okay.
Collectively,
or it's actually you don't need to roll it. We can talk about it. Are you really sure you want to have armed, hackable droids full of enemy code running your stuff? Or would you like to have much more difficult to hack droids with unique programming running your stuff?
When you say it like that doesn't sound like a choice. That sounds like a. Do you want me to make this worse for you guys? And I was like, oh well.
I have no problem with you keeping those original circuitries. I, in fact, am smiling broadly at the mere prospect. So, yes, you pay me that fate point. They've still got their original chips. Onward we go. You've got the codes.
Like, are we talking installed or in a jar?
Installed, of course. That is what Cookman asked for.
I'm gonna pay 1 fate point to say that Lasho kept them specifically in secret that nobody knows about. Like he's got them stashed in a secure location, and nobody else knows about it.
They're in a secret Jedi vault that I have.
So let me go mark that off.
You mean your sock drawer?
So the original droid brains are totally not in Lasho's sock drawer. And
come on now. I don't wear socks.
That's what he takes offense at.
There we go. I put it in.
Lasho has the precious.
In plural.
Okay. Lasho can use the Force forced to commune with the disembodied, screaming brains of his captured droid enemies, and rip from their clutches the codes of their beloved masters.
We've gone from Star Wars to H.P. Lovecraft.
Well, for those poor droids. Things went Lovecraft several games ago, actually. Oh
I rolled
gosh!
up 2.
Fantastic. Okay. Last show spends an hour meditating in the meditation chamber with slightly glowing chips floating about his head. And those of you who are force sensitive have like the distant impression of the sounds of far off screams.
Heavily modulated and maybe possibly vocoded.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if a horror movie soundtrack was broadcast through an auto tuner, that's basically what you hear in the force. And
It's just Justin Bieber music. Okay.
yeah, Justin Bieber music. I actually almost was gonna make that coming out.
My goodness.
So the sounds of Justin Bieber screaming from purgatory echo through the force. And Lasho has the codes. Is what he gets at 1, and then I know the face of the enemy is his bonus.
Sweet.
So you now have gained not just the codes, but you've gained intel on your primary opposition in this theater. Right?
Ooh.
This is your first glimpse of Vader. Oh, my poor games. They go hideously wrong.
So who is it that he knows the face of?
So the droids at least know and have the files on the Nemoidian general on the planet.
Okay.
As well as her primary enforcer, a droid named Kate Vo. K8V0. Goes by General Kate Vo.
Interesting.
Where did it all go? Okay. So, communing with the hologram, you can see at the bottom of the page, I think everybody's still on. Yep. The Nemoidian general, and that is General Havar Shone. And then her enforcer, you've caught a brief glimpse of, I think, once.
Oh.
Oh. Peshat Nima? That's a different kind of droid. Well, let's just say if we come across either of them, we're just gonna run a whole ship into them.
Nuke
gonna
it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Just kamikaze it.
Thanks, guys. See ya. See ya when my Force Ghost shows up. when I
literally
tune
just
to the ether of the Force.
Literally just driving your starship, going like, I'm about to void my warranty, but gosh darn, I'm coming out of this alive.
So you at least know you've at least gained a heads up about the enemy leaders.
Cool.
One looks almost like a Magna Guard without an electrostaff, and the other one looks like, a
Roswell
Nemoidian
alien.
empress.
It's like the Roswell aliens with a hat.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Nemoidian banker's spoiled daughter, but
It definitely gives me Varuk Assault vibes.
my goodness.
All right, guys. So, are you guys bringing Prof with you, or are you going to leave him here where it's safe?
He's the only one that knows how to service the starships in case they get damaged, so I think it might be a good idea to bring him along.
Oh, they're not. I mean, they're not made on a completely alien technology. Anybody with craft can work on the starships.
But
Yeah,
does
but
anybody
he built it?
But he did
Yeah.
build them, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like, hey, I don't know where this port is. Where does this connect into? Oh, you know. Okay, great, thank you.
Which ship are you sending Prof in?
The one with the starfighters.
So he's
Yeah.
coming with the clones?
Yeah, he's with the assault team. You
All
know,
right.
not the surreptitious infiltration group.
I think that's a fair amount of preparation. Unless there's anything else you guys can think to do, I think we would skip ahead to the actual assault.
Cowabunga it is then.
Nice, I like it.
All right, you guys are about to launch on a life and death space battle. Give yourselves 2 fate points.
Ooh.
So 2 fate points for everybody on the list.
And there, I'm gonna
Yeehaw.
Nice.
gonna give 2 fate points to BD1 or BD6. Sorry, BD6.
All right.
Our clone troopers get their own fate points.
No,
Darn.
not yet.
How about our droids?
No, not really.
The apostles just have to accept their fate.
Yes, actually, precisely that.
We're taking the collective fate points on their behalf. And then paying off the story to make sure that they don't get into too much trouble.
They're tools.
Yeah.
Plot-wise, they're tools. They're not rules.
Sounds like they also have plot armor.
They're working on it.
All right, so how do we change the color of these guys?
You can put little colored dots on them.
Oh yeah. No, I don't need that. There we go.
Or you can put your name underneath. So we're going to start at the top to represent kind of heading towards the planet. So if you click on your icon, a little gear will show up. You can click on the gear and type in the name, and then click on the little box that says faceplate, and your name will show up there.
I don't have a faceplate button,
Nope, nor do I.
but I do have an aura. It's a blue aura.
Okay, you can do aura. That'll work.
Mine's red.
Oh, you can, if you go like directly down, you can do a little button. So mine's blue because my color for my name is blue. Whoever this person is,
That's me. Oh,
stop being blue.
I just...
There
Hold
you
on.
go, guys.
I'm gonna shoot you. Pew 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 pew.
Ah!
Pew, pew. Whoa! Did you just? Oh, you put me up there. Got it.
So it is D-Day plus 48. All right, D minus 48.
Okay.
So you've got 48 hours before everyone else will arrive.
Okay. The Galanti, we're gonna assume it just makes it past the blockade without any issue.
Yeah, they're not part of today's adventure really. You've simply
Okay.
established that they're coming.
All right. They whistle a little diddly and move past all the guards. Pretty sweet. Yeah. So we just need to find that sweet Lucre Hope, and
There it is.
Mm. I'm gonna blow him up.
Is there a bathroom on board?
Because I'm gonna drop a bomb in there.
Special delivery. Ooh, goody.
They only have about 1,100 vulture droids each.
Oh.
Only.
The depiction on the screen is not entirely accurate.
Objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
Yes.
Also larger.
More numerous than they appear.
You've played BattleTech. The mech does
It
not
must-
fill the square.
It must be your astigmatism. you're not seeing all of them. They're all just kind of blurring together.
Well, they don't necessarily. One, there's been flat out war in this system for a goodly number of days, weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
their original numbers are slightly depleted, and a lot of them are busy doing things in the atmosphere and on the planet. But this is just the first wave.
Right.
So, initiative. Who's got the highest notice? Oh, with 4 cents, that is Jomok goes first.
Oh,
A
right.
question about maneuverability in these tri-wings. Where can we go? Like, I don't understand how we're gonna play this. Like, how far can we go? What are we doing here?
That is so you can move. Call it 5 squares for free.
Okay.
Or call it call it like 5 squares for free. If you want to do more than that, then it's gonna have to be an opposite act. It'll have to be an auxiliary action where you're doing some moving, and then it's gonna cost you a penalty on whatever else you're doing. And you can tell us things like I'm going fully evasive and that kind of thing.
Do these start?
What's up?
Do these starfighters play by original X-wing flight simulator rules?
By default. But I'm not. So remember, this is Fate Core. I'm gonna round it up whenever possible, right?
Right.
We're fudging it whenever possible. That's what makes Fate Core go fast.
Right.
So, yes, and at the same time, not unless we need to zoom into that level.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe Mr. Rosebrough, tell me what you are laughing about.
Okay, so the thing is that when it comes to starfighters, we have the abilities. I mean, I'm assuming that we have this ability. You can actually shunt power between systems. Like, so effectively a starfighter, because we have shields, we have laser cannons, and we also have engines. So effectively you have 3 systems by which to be able to dump power into and out of and into other systems. So say that you have your shield powered all the way up. If you really want to have a nice barrage of laser fire, you can take energy out of the shields, dump it into your weapon system, and use that in order to increase rate of fire or the intensity of fire. And or you can take stuff out of your shields into your engines, or out of your weapons into your shields, and you can fudge it around a little bit.
Right.
Good to know. That's why I asked.
So like, hey, I need more speed. It's like dump energy out of lasers into engines. Burn, baby, burn.
All right. So, just in terms of the numbers of fighters available, I'm only doing the fighters close enough to interact with you. These do not represent the overall fighter load because I'm not copying and pasting for the next hour and a half.
Right.
Right. And so the goal is going to be to, I'm guessing, get all the way down to the Lucre Hulk, right?
So fighters, you've decided to do a trench run. You need to get to the Lucre Hulk, and then you're gonna peel off and do your trench run, while the vigilante, screams by the capital ship and makes a break for atmosphere.
Sweet.
We're the diversion folks.
You both are, ironically, given your mission objectives.
Yeah.
Because you just can't make it simple, can you guys? No, couldn't do that. All right.
All right. So I'm going to go here, but then I also want to do evasive maneuvers. So can I roll piloting to make that so that I can
Yes.
avoid fire?
Remember, the enemy's gate is down, folks.
That's why we're doing what we're doing.
So you've got 2 charges on evasive maneuvers. You can get 2 free uses off of it with a 4.
Sweet.
Nice.
And I believe Bar is up. No, Lasho goes next.
Okay.
For all of his foot
Are
speed, Bar's got the slowest reaction to everything around. Let me double check that. So Bar's notice.
I'm at
Notice is
average.
average. Last doesn't have notice.
Oh, so Bar is next.
All right, so I will also be doing evasive maneuvers, but keeping in formation.
Well, yeah.
With
You can follow Jamak and move evasively.
yes, that's what I want to do because
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we're staying in a formation, like a tight formation, or are we breaking off?
Well, we have to. I think we have to at least maintain a somewhat tight formation. Nothing where they can get us with any kind of concussive missile and kill us, automatically 1-for-1 since we're entering a combat zone. But we still want to at least maintain some kind of structure at the moment.
Right.
So I'm gonna also roll. So I'm rolling force for evasive, or am I rolling pilot?
You're rolling pilot.
Okay, I'm rolling pilot, and I will roll pilot.
All right.
Okay, so you've got evasive maneuvers with one use.
Okay.
And Lasho's up.
Lasho's gonna fall in line. Oops, hang on. I want to move here.
Okay.
Is that 5?
Yep.
That's 5.
And
then
I
he's
don't
gonna.
care.
Okay. So then he's gonna roll pilot for also evasive maneuvers.
Okay. Nice. So you've got 1 use on it.
Cool.
All right. Then the enemy fighters will go. And here they come. Insert, the roar of sublight engines. And drives.
But it's space. There's no noise in space.
In Star Wars, there's
depends
noise.
on what your transmission medium is. If that's electromagnetic force, yeah, there is. So 2 of them close in on the vigilante and are promptly blown out of space by the Clone Wars, the clone crew, clone gunners who are just waiting for them to clear their engagement envelope.
Yes.
And each of you is getting attacked by a squad. Jamak first.
All right.
You've got to defend against a good.
Is that pilot?
For me, it's Force because I'm a Jedi Ace.
Yeah, he can use Force. He's a Jedi Ace. You can use Force for your defense because you have Force defense.
I didn't even think about that.
All right, so you break even.
Use the Force instead of attacks for defense. Interesting. Okay.
So that's going to take a hit on your shield. You're going to use one of your evasive maneuvers.
Yes.
All right, you burn and you use one of your 2 uses on evasive maneuvers, and you slip right through a hail of crimson blaster bolts. Nothing even touches your shields. You might be in love. They're coming in quite kind of viciously after Lasho with a superb. But Lasho can defend with Force. Oh. They don't even come close to touching him.
Nice.
Ha ha!
Dear Lord.
The one who's really in trouble is the kid.
Oh, please be a bad roll for the GM. Oh no. And I have to defend with pilot.
Yep.
I'm gonna burn a fate point here. I just know it. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
So you can use evasive maneuvers for a reroll.
I will definitely use that for a reroll because good gravy. So there we go. I used it, and I'll reroll again. Oh gosh.
Well,
so I have to use. I have to what? Use 2 fate points.
You can use. Yeah, you would have to use 2 fate points. You might want to stick with the vigilante.
Oh gosh.
What? Wait, what?
Time to break off for the trench run.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna die if I stay out here. So I have to burn 2 fate points in order to get out of this alive.
If you burn 2, then you'll only take 2 points of stress.
Okay, yeah, I'm burning 2 then. Gosh darn it. And then
or
so
because
doesn't he get a +1 for his agility though? With his inhuman speed?
No.
That's I think when on the ground, not in the air.
Unless he can make an argument about the speed of his reflexes.
Well, actually, here's what I would say. With the fact that I have athletics means that most likely my body would actually be able to take G-forces better, and so I can actually yank on that stick a little harder than other people can and survive that excessive amounts of G-forces.
Okay, I will, as long as you're doing it through biology and not through the Force, I will let you carry through your +1 from your inhuman speed.
Yes, it is strictly biology that I'm talking here.
Yeah, your reflexes are simply designed to function faster than humans.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a pod racer or something.
Right.
Big furry gawky pod racer.
All right.
Kind of ugly too, actually.
For a human. Yeah, so I'll definitely do some evasive maneuvers and scream back towards the the transport.
Okay.
Lasho's a Zabrak. He's not a human. You're still ugly.
Don't I have like 4 arms or something? I can't remember. No, wait, I only have 2. I only have 2. That's right. Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
I was like, what?
No, I can't remember. The feet act like arms, basically.
Bar mutter something about Lasho's grandma having 4 arms or something.
Your mom went to 4-arm college.
Your maternal aunt was a Doug.
All right, so I guess I use 2 fate points, but I have to actually, let's see, not bigger than the dark side, and Lasat Jedi Padawan.
Okay, so you've discovered that you are not in
Woeful.
the other Padawans league when it comes to space combat.
New, getting my butt handed to me.
We have options here. In terms of game mechanics,
Mm-hmm.
you can tuck yourself in to one of the others. Right? You can do the wingman thing. Like, you can tuck into Lasho and give Lasho a +1 to his rolls.
Yeah, let's do that. I can at least be a little supportive.
When you're not trying to do, maneuvers of his own.
Right.
Okay, so we'll move you over here. And you and Lasho are fighting as a team.
Cool.
Neither of you can keep up with Jomok if you try.
That's fine.
I actually plan on remedying that because I'm gonna do a zone force maneuver. So I don't know how much like my Jedi senses would come into this, but it definitely like use my Jedi Ace and do a zone with us 3 fighters, realizing that they're struggling to say that we're like in a tight formation, or like move as one in the force. That makes sense.
Well, so it makes sense in terms of like raw tactics, but in terms of gaming, that does kind of take away Josh and Josh's active participation in the story at the moment. Like, they could totally mob up with you, and we could wrap this up relatively quickly, but that would be time when they're not actually gaming.
Okay.
And it's perfectly okay for the 8th grader to go, I'm not a grown-up, and I suddenly know what that means.
Right.
See, I'm loving this, but I'm also kind of dying inside because Bruce knows how I actually play in Star Wars flight simulators when I have like the VR goggles on.
Yes. So, but you guys have got to earn the refresh before you can have the powers to.
Oh, for sure, for
and
sure.
You have advantages that they don't when you're out of ships.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I completely understand. It's like in the Star Wars like fighter game, my KDR is like 5.
Yep.
It can definitely be difficult to play different playing styles than what your personality is, for sure. Like in different skill sets.
Oh yeah, for
also,
sure.
guys, don't forget your force power.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't have a stunt, meaning you can do it in the force without effort, doesn't mean you can't do it in the force with effort.
Right. Well, yeah. So I guess since this isn't about like adding everybody together and min-maxing this, I am just gonna keep
Joe, it's
doing.
not your turn yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whose turn is it?
The capital ships.
Aha.
I thought that they took out some of the fighters, didn't they?
They did it defensively, but they haven't actually like moved yet.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yes.
And, they're clone troopers. They actually get the first shot in with turbo laser batteries against the Lucre Hulk because they just don't care. Honey Badger don't care. Here's this 100-meter long ship, going up to the 3-kilometer wide ship going, I can take him. Come on.
Put me in, coach. I could do it.
I'm lifting this straight out of canon. When Yoda's blockade runner was running the enemy, they were shooting at ships And, every cannon on that ship was blazing away at whatever was closest. It did not matter that they had no prayer. They were going to take those 5 points off the enemy's shields because bleep it.
Right. Well, that's the way to do it, though. Every little bit counts.
All right, Jamak is up.
Sounds good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna make a beeline, and then he's gonna. I can keep adding more counts to evasive maneuvers, right?
You can.
Okay.
You might want to maybe shoot some of the bad guys.
I thought I was gonna run past him and outrun him to Lucrehook.
Well, then don't make your 5 move. You can just make a flat out piloting and see how far you go.
Okay.
Because they can't swarm you inside their own ship.
I mean, that's the whole point.
Okay, so that's 1. Then you move you again.
Oh man.
You're just okay. You're ready to start your trench run.
Holy crap.
Why prolong the inevitable?
I'm headed for the target shaft now.
Yeah, you guys want to keep up?
My recommendation would be to play escort around the cruiser and be within the the penumbra of of its defensive capabilities and be able to pick off droids.
So are you going to assist Lasho, or are you going to make your individual attacks?
I mean, I don't think my character is good enough to be able to pilot a trench run in there and be able to get out in time.
No, that's fine. So if you're going to let the force guide your attacks, then you fill up your bottom force stress and you roll force for your attack instead of piloting.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like,
I can.
So you can still do the Jedi Ace thing in little bursts.
Okay.
Like this is like Luke shuts off his targeting computer. Luke isn't always flying with the force. He's usually just flying. But
right.
in episode 4, he could use the force for a spike here or there, and it usually had great effect.
Okay, I mean, I'm up for that.
Okay.
So it's So I'm gonna roll force, and then I'm also gonna fill up the 3rd stress box.
Bottom stress box.
Okay.
So just the first stress box.
Just the first.
Yeah.
Got it. So force rolling. Okay, and then I'm filling in the first force stress box.
So they will defend against you if you don't do anything.
This means I would actually have to burn a fate point or something in order to be able to overcome it. All right. Well, sure. I'll burn 1, and then.
Okay.
Pubescent Padawan with an iron will.
You go head to head with a squadron of vulture droids and kill 3 of them in 3 seconds.
Sweet.
Guided by the Force.
I got 3 kills. Woohoo! 2 more to ace.
It's good to be a Jedi. Yeah, I don't think the standard's quite the same in this war.
For an 8th grader, I'll take what I can get.
Yes. Lasho is up.
Well, Lasho really wants to take out. Actually, sorry, these guys right here. So he's going to attack. Would he use force for that?
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to attack with force. Fantastic.
Bruce, you just spit your drink out?
Yes.
Up 2. And they turn into dust. A small space fart.
Kaploof. I think they did.
You completely annihilate that squadron.
Come on, capital, come on, gunship. Let's see what you can do.
The twin quad
Oh, wait.
turrets on the Vigilante take out these squadrons.
Yes, that's awesome.
And the rest of the droids come swinging in behind you guys as you roar past.
Mm-hmm. Time for an Immelman.
That might be challenging in space.
What, an
Or
Immelman
not.
turn? No, it's actually way easier in space.
Well, there's no gravity. That's right.
Okay, no, inertia rules still apply. You still have to deal, unless we have inertial dampeners. But
Starfighters do. That's how they're able to fly like World War II atmospheric fighters.
what, with inertial dampeners?
Yeah, and they're usually dialed up to like 99%.
Ah, okay.
So you pull 1,000 Gs, you feel 10.
Got it. Yeah. There may not be gravity out there, but when you change the direction of your starship, your body doesn't want to change direction, and you will feel it to some degree.
Right.
Okay, so there's one droid fighter. A bunch of other droid fighters launch for their turn. There's one droid. One squadron goes after Lasho with a fair. And one comes in and manages to not even come close to shooting bar.
Sweet.
With a abysmal.
That's almost as bad as it could ever get.
It's off the chart. All right.
That's pretty bad.
He got shook when he saw the other three go down.
So the thing is, Bar still gets to roll his defense and soak and just milk the difference for aspects.
Ooh.
Right.
So I'll be rolling pilot for.
Seems like it's not worth burning force stress on that.
No, I'll roll pilot. See what happens.
+1.
That's four shifts.
So
right.
Josh picks up an advantage that you get to name. So Rosebrough gets to pick up an advantage you get to name. Waltzing, you can roll defense against that fair with your force as well.
Oh. Hang on. I'm sorry. My computer decided to do funny things. All right, so I'm going to roll. Let's try spinning.
Actually, in your case, boom, 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 boom.
He's going to roll
Let's
force
try
defense.
Spinning. That's a good trick.
Oh, what?
By 4, you also get to pick up an advantage to use.
What is an advantage versus an aspect?
Same thing.
Advantage is an aspect that you can take for free, basically.
Yep.
Peace through a superior air power.
The force is with me.
I like that one. We don't utilize that enough.
Good generic, There's a reason this is a slogan, because in Fate Core, we can milk it all day long.
It's not cliche. It is advantageous.
Speak softly and carry a big blaster.
So Lasho
Love
is
it.
fighting in total silence. He's just this confident concentration, and out of the void comes death. Boom.
A little Teddy Roosevelt like.
I have a feeling the bar is actually not shutting up the entire time.
It's like a running commentary.
Yep.
Mouth diarrhea.
Yep.
No wonder Jomak is already at the hooker hook.
Get me away!
Drown this out. This nice sound of explosions.
Personally, Teddy Roosevelt is one of my favorite presidents ever.
He was a very interesting character.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
he get his black belt
Absolutely.
in jiu-jitsu? I thought he only got up to brown.
But the fact that he was like such a Wild West kind of guy,
I will invade
outdoorsman.
Mexico on my own. Thank you very much.
Right.
I'll build the Panama Canal myself, gosh darn it.
I'm just waiting for somebody to do that. You know, as the border crisis gets worse and worse, I just keep waiting for like 600 people from 3 Texas counties to decide that they've had it with the cartels. You know,
It'd make for a good movie.
yeah, but we've actually done it in the past. You know, you know, Pancho Villa, you aren't, you know, you're not handling your criminals. We'll handle your criminals. Out of the way.
Somebody has to have the balls to do something.
Anyway,
If that's the kind of tactics that
very big blaster. All right.
Yeah, I really just like Teddy Roosevelt. Just like so much about what he did.
And of course, pew 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 on general principles.
don't hit me, jeez.
Well, why aren't
I
you
mean,
indoors yet?
it is 3 kilometers wide, so it would be pretty easy to miss me. So
All right, top of the next order. You are up, trench run boy.
all right, whatever it takes to go from here to here to here and yeah.
Flat out piloting. Come and get me.
Big money.
Big money, big money, big money.
So they've
Yeah.
heard of you. So there are now vulture droids inside, you know, who are more than willing to shoot back.
What? This is a new tactic. This is not very droid-like of them.
So you're about halfway there. All right. Lasho is up.
I think Lasho wants to. How do you guys get that? Oops. Mr. Rosebrough, do you want to continue down towards the Lucre Hulk, or do you want to just try to take out these other?
I mean,
vulture droids?
I mean, they're behind us. If we try running, they're going to have the advantage of being on our tails, and we'll end up fighting a 2-front war. So yes, we should absolutely take out the droids that are directly behind us.
I'm not sure that the guy behind you, Rosebrough, isn't helping you more than he's hindering you, honestly.
Well, there's other guys, stuff like that. So, and I'm his wingman, so I'm a supportive role here.
Yep.
So teamwork makes the dream work.
Awesome.
There's my move.
And you're shooting, of course.
Yep.
Piloting or force?
I think force.
Okay.
His force is 2 shifts higher than his piloting.
Yeah, but you've only got a finite amount of force that you can use this scene. Because you're burning force stress every time you use the force for an attack, because you don't have Jedi Ace.
Oh, so I used the force stress already, or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, you can use pilot all you want for free, but you know those bright shining moments of brilliance that burns force stress.
So like I used 1 already.
Yep.
Okay.
So your ability to linger in this furball is highly limited.
So then I will use force. I will use pilot.
Okay.
Ooh.
And You get
What?
2 of them. You can
Cool.
burn, speak softly, and carry a big blaster to take out the other 2.
Do it.
I think we'll burn it.
Okay, you've
Burn
got
'em
your
to the
8th
ground.
kill this dogfight.
That's awesome.
Bar.
All right, I'm gonna use pilot and try to take out the single fighter
Okay.
to clean up. Let's see if my if my character can pull it out. Let's see. And okay.
Yep, breaks even, and he doesn't have shields.
Sweet. Huzzah!
You've got your 4th kill.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
You are simultaneously exalted at your bad attitude and needing fresh undies.
Toilet paper and fur doesn't seem to mix well.
I mean, you can just dwell on the first part and ignore the second one.
Land. I'm gonna go change, okay?
These suits are equipped with a proper.
They are. Plumbing.
Yes. Yes.
Evacuum suit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna AFK for 60 seconds and grab some beverage.
Okay.
So one thing that got pointed out, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but Bruce had mentioned that there are times. Oh, it was when we got into the fight with the Dark Jedi. Josh, when Rosebrough wasn't here that week, we were going up against him, and one of the rolls ended up being like just shy. And Bruce had commented on it afterwards and said, "Hey, if there's a point at which their natural rolls are like a +4 or something like that, if they're like equal or better than us in a lot of their rolls, and we're getting close, we should be burning fate points to like cut down the enemy as fast as we can. Like that's usually the better option."
Mhm.
So I'm thinking that like in that situation where you had that advantage, the aspect to utilize, it was good. But even if it wasn't, that considering that there are, if it's a group of 4 of them, that they're going to have a +4 for their rolls, that's our cap for our skills is the grade. So
Right.
we have the chance to if we have the chance to cheaply pay it off and disadvantage the enemies, then we should probably be doing it. But if we also have like a really big enemy that we end up getting a pretty good roll on, or we really need to take them out before they start taking us out, then burning multiple fate points, trying to come up with whatever kind of aspects we can to tag to make it work. I don't know if that was something you guys have really, if you had a lot of experience with Fate Core before, but that was something that I completely forgot about when we first started up this campaign.
I mean, I don't know if you saw, but in like the very first episode of this, I was burning fate points left and right, and also gaining them
Right.
left and right.
Right. Yes.
Sure.
And I think that Bruce definitely does a good job of like kind of nudging us a little bit with that. But there are also times that he doesn't say something, and then he looks back on it and he's like, you guys probably could have ended this fight a lot faster if you just spent some fate points.
Right. So I mean, once you actually blow up this Lucre Hulk, we'll we'll have a I don't know what will happen with the Vulture Droids, but then it's basically burn baby burn to
Now,
get to
once
the
the
surface.
Lucre Hulk's out,
Yeah.
I can't generate fresh squadrons.
Right.
Right.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be
No
right back.
problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the
But even-
Vigilante will do its thing.
Oh. Whew.
Oh man. Got me a long day tomorrow.
Sundays always really long days for you.
Sundays are a working day for me. 'Cause I'm the media guy at the church, so I'm in charge
Right.
of all of the audio recordings, the video recordings, and once I get home, I upload, stuff. I edit it down, upload it, all that junk.
All right. Now I'm gonna try to kill you all, and I have a unique challenge for Jomok. So turrets, freshly installed turrets are opening fire along your path. And they're going to get a grate to blow you up before you can destroy the entire ship. Almost like the bad guys are capable of learning from you.
This is Kate Vo. I know it's Kate Vo. It's not anybody else. It's not that spoiled brat that's in charge, and it's definitely not the droids.
Yes, what a spoiled brat. She is obviously not a threat. That is actually not entirely her character hook. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, they don't even come close to touching you. And end up like blowing up random helpless battle droids as you slip their blast. Why?
Now this is pod racing.
Yep. Well, it's not an invalid technique when you're that big.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The attempt to kill Bar.
Oh boy.
Your base is 2.
Yeah, I will. So I have like I had the +1 because of the inhuman reflexes.
Yes. So you got your base attack is average and your base defense is fair because of your inhuman reflexes.
40 +2.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So Bar goes charging in against the enemy squadron, side-slipping their attack. You're doing an interrupted barrel roll towards them, and they just can't track it.
And I haven't even used Let's Try Spinning.
Yep. And then, of course, we don't want Lasho to feel left out, so let's kill him.
Right.
We'll let him deal with his defense when he catches up. We'll pause and go back.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. So I've got a good to blow you out of space because die, Jedi, die.
Can I defend with force, or do I have to defend pilot?
That doesn't burn any stress because you have force defense as a power.
Okay.
We know what power that Bar's picking up next.
Yeah.
I get a great up. I break even, but it's one up.
They don't touch you either.
Huzzah!
What's the range on those torpedoes?
Well, he's got to get a clear line of sight. You're talking about Jomok?
Are you talking about using them on the Vulture droids?
No, like, can I shoot? Could I shoot one from here?
Yeah, you could. The problem with the torpedo isn't really range. It's flying straight and level.
It's 3 meters wide, or like 3 kilometers wide.
Yeah,
it's kind
the
of
problem
big.
is you've got to level your craft and keep it flying straight at your target while you fire your torpedoes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what your opponents like to call Christmas.
Right. And not only that, but I mean, wouldn't it just impact the shields?
Yeah, your torpedoes, the Lucre Hulk's so tough that you do not carry enough firepower to even significantly lower its shields.
Yeah, no.
You have, with 6 proton torpedoes, you have just enough firepower to blow the Vigilante out of space. 4 proton torpedoes to take out its shields, and 2 to destroy its hull.
So, okay. And Jomok is inside it?
Yep.
How did he get inside it if there were shields?
There's a trench.
It's
You go
these
through one of the
big,
open
long
hangars.
arms.
Yeah, like
These arms are hollow. Right, so this section here is actually, on this side of on the there's massive hangars on both sides.
it's like a big giant like semicircular aircraft hangar.
Yes,
Yeah.
Right.
that really is what that ship is, and each
right-
one of
Oh,
each one of those ships carries an entire army.
I completely misunderstood what it was.
So,
Yeah. The opening to the
if I-
hangars are at the ends of the donut.
Let me
It's a thing.
adjust this really quick, and I'll move it back. So you can see these massive hangar bay doors here, now that you know the scale of the ship. There's an over
Right.
and under massive bay door on each side that he's flying in. And he's coming up in and around, flying through this hangar until it gets to the actual engine room. And he's going to fire 4 torpedoes, or boom, 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 to get to the reactor. And then he's got to Immelman and get out before he's caught in the explosion and dies.
I thought that was just going to be going and doing full circle.
Nope. Because
Okay.
you can blast 1, 2, 3, 4 torpedoes.
Right.
And you're going to blow out several hundred meters of internal bulkheads, but you're not making a crater all the way through.
Oh, gotcha.
Right? You're not blowing a tunnel. You're just the
This
first
section
2
is
or
dense.
3 are going to be needed to blow out this area of bulkhead, and then the last torpedo is your special gift to the reactor core.
Mm-hmm. I could have sworn that the reactor core itself was actually in the center here, under the actual command center, and
Nope,
that this was
this is a detachable vessel with its own power supply.
with its own power supply. Okay.
So if you
Never
remember
mind.
the Battle of Geonosis, there were a bunch of big spheres lifting off the ground.
Yep.
That's this.
Yep. Got it.
It
okay.
has its own reactors, but the main bulk of the Lucrehulk does not function off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
So, I mean,
every time this landed, the ship would fall out of orbit and die.
Right. I'm assuming that, here we have not only the reactor, but also the heat exchangers.
Engines. Heat exchanging in Star Wars is completely unrealistic and abstract random magic.
Okay.
That's what S-foils are for. Okay, so now that's back. Does that make sense what he's doing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the story continues. Top of the order. Chamac has to fly again. This time you have to fly and fight because there are layers of force fields coming up, kind of segmenting the hull. So without lowering your speed, you actually have to bullseye these tiny force field projectors, in corners and sections of the wall as you race through before you just smash yourself to vapor against them.
Okay. Is this going to be 1 or 2 rolls then?
2, and you're gonna be -1 on the pilot. On the shoot because of your pilot. But I will give you a fate point because I've just thrown even more death in your path.
I will take it, and I'll probably need it. So that's the pilot, and this is the shoot. And the shoot's going to be -1, by the way.
So you need you're gonna need at least great.
Okay,
So
well,
you're
I'm going to...
short of death.
In that case, I'm going to invoke my high concept and reroll.
There you go.
All right. Oh, I forgot to take off that fate point. Let's do that.
All right.
Gotcha.
And bar is up.
Okay. I'm still hanging with the wingman, right? I'm not just
Not
off.
so much, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll roll pilot and see if I can, I don't know, take out, I guess, these guys here.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Let's hopefully not roll complete garbage. Not complete garbage, but still not great. So I have to burn a fate point in order to be able to kill something.
True.
So yeah, I'll burn one of those, and I'll say, big, strong, scary, and good.
All right.
So there we go.
There's kills 5, 6, and 7 for you.
Sweet.
The force is strong with this one. Lash out.
He's gonna shoot at these guys.
Pilot or force?
I think pilot.
All right, go for it.
Oh.
Bleh.
Oh no.
No, 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 no.
Yikes.
You looking like a Top Gun candidate, sweating bullets and looking around everywhere. Can't see him.
I think I would like to use a fate point for a reroll.
You'll get even. Well, statistically, if you do a reroll, you're only going to get 1 up. If you go up 2, then they've only succeeded by 3, and they don't get to be on your 6.
But that's lower probability. I don't think that the payoff is going to be worth it. I think that letting them keep this one is probably the best option, and then trying to, because you'll be able to use force to roll the defense, and then at that point, if you need to go and use a fate point, then that's good. But I don't think that using a fate point for reroll is going to help you.
Good point.
Your wingman should be able to help out slightly in the next roll. You can be my wingman. I'm kidding.
And the vigilante is clear.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Any parting shots while on the way out?
Yeah, but there's also, the it's still vomiting battle droids from every orifice, so
Yeah,
meh.
lovely. Meh. I just want to know that our clone troopers are doing a good job.
Oh yeah, no, they've way outscored all of you. In case you thought that the teenagers were going to earn the clones' respect from this original battle, no, not really.
They're very unimpressed. I get it.
Like, the average crewman has a piloting of fair or good. So they don't view you, the two of the Jedi, as total incompetence. They're a little impressed by Jomok, a little, but they're not going to tell him.
That's probably for the best.
And my turn. I will kill Bar with a fair.
And I can
Whoa. Kill him. That's a little strong.
That's a little normal for Bruce. All right, I'll defend with it's 40F plus 2.
Let me put it this way: you finally got through the Slave of Tourhope. How many times did I have an antagonist simply set out to make Hengist feel bad?
Oh gosh darn it! All right, I'm also going to attach the aspect of let's try spinning.
Let's try spinning. Why, you do try spinning, and he doesn't touch you at all.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Now the death of Lasho. Oh, goodness
Oh.
gracious.
Oh no,
That's not good.
no, that's very bad.
All right, roll your
Uh,
force. Let's see what we got here.
Lasho's going to roll force.
Oh,
Rolls up 1, and he's going to use the so you have a 9.
Yep.
So I'd have to use 2 fate points to break even.
Or
Yes.
you can take a consequence. So
Like
9 versus your 5, that's 4 points. So that's your stress, right? Because your physical.
But he has shields.
You may have 1, 2. Actually, with these ships, because they're not Clone Wars manufacture, probably have 5 stress boxes, 2 for shields, and so for 6, this would you would after this attack, your fighter would look like 3. And like maybe thruster damage. Or maybe something like
because it's weapons too, right?
hyperdrive off. Yep. Hyperdrive is out. Because the way Fate works, your ship is your ship. It is a character.
Or I could burn fate points to make it not happen.
True.
For them to miss.
True.
You could, yeah. I mean, that's.
If I burn
You
one fate
2
point to
fate
make it.
points, then they still get a hit in on your shield, but no lasting damage.
And if I burn 1 fate point to make it a 2 shift difference, what happens then?
Then it'll just be 1, 2, 3. Oops, wrong letter. 1, 2, 3, and just some shield damage.
Yep.
So I'm gonna burn 1 fate point to make it a. What you just said. 4.
It'll
I'm
be,
not in.
yeah, it'll be 4 shifts of damage.
Yep.
I'm not in over my head.
So
I'm not
stress,
in over my
right?
head.
No actual damage, just stress.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Just
Nothing
stress.
that won't
Yeah.
recharge once you land and let everything. I'm not in over
Not
my
in.
head. Perfect. I love it.
I'm not in over my head. I can do this. I got it.
All
No,
right.
that was well done.
And multiple turrets attempt to blow Jomok out of the air. Get out! Get out!
Ouch, damn it.
Thousand stones. Okay, well they break even.
You
All
gonna use it?
right. I still have one thing for my evasive maneuvers earlier. Can I still use that?
You can use it if you're not going to save it for your race out.
Yeah, I will absolutely use it because if I don't need it for my way out, then that means I'm burning a fate point for no reason. And if I need it for the way out, I still have that fate point that I saved this time.
Okay, there you go.
So I don't have enough fate points to really like make a difference anyways. I just start like invoking aspects and I don't have more aspects than I have fate points. So
All right.
yeah.
So you don't get touched. And
Oh,
No
goodness.
touchy.
top of the order.
Blow this thing to kingdom
Yep.
come, buddy.
Your shot.
Yeah.
Make it
All right.
count.
So it's gonna be 2 rolls then again.
I'm resisting with physique. Oh, brother. Just 1 roll. Well, 2 rolls. If you're going to implement and head out as well as so, If you're going to Immelman and head out at the same time, then you make your attack at -1, and then you make your escape roll. If you're just going to fire and then turn around next turn, then you can just make your straight attack.
And you're firing torpedoes, right?
Yep.
So I would recommend shift all of your energy from your guns to your engines for extra speed.
Right. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the attack this turn, and then I'm going to do what he was saying, what Rosemary was saying, next turn to make it so that I can get out even faster.
Okay. So, Rosebrough, the X-Wing games are amazing, but we're mostly going to assume that kind of resource management gameplay is happening
in real time. Okay.
Below notice.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You guys are cycling your shields and and your engines. You are
Okay.
doubling up.
Fair enough.
Lasher doesn't have to say he doubles his shields back to survive that barrage of fire. He already did.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying it isn't happening. I'm just saying the way that Fate Core tells the story, it skips that kind of minute detail.
Got it. Too much minutia. Understood.
All right. Well, I still think that I'm going to just do the firing this turn and then do the escaping next turn.
Okay. I rolled crap for defense, but you're still 2 under.
Yes. So in order to make a successful attack, I need to add 2 more on there.
Yep.
And so I will burn a fate point, and I'm a little warrior in a big war. You like to use that one last time, and so I think that should be appropriate. I'm just a little dude, blowing up big things.
You're gonna be.
Oh, I should probably also click the button for that too.
You really are gonna be famous.
That's
he
good.
One-shotted 2 Lucre Hulks.
Yeah,
those are the only notches in my belt that I care about.
Solo Lucre Hulk kills. We are calling him Jomok Hulk Killer, Hulk Slayer. And where's your second?
I thought that I just needed the one to bring it up to a good, or I mean, up to a great, and then get that. Do I actually have to get over the great?
Well, it's a pretty big ship.
Okay.
So I would say you break even, and proton torpedoes are definitely weapons 4. But this is where you're at with the break even.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will. That's a good question. I should have brought that up and like, oh, what does their stress track look like? Yeah. So there we go.
Your aspects. Oh my god.
That's not the answer.
Okay, you have thrown the aspect chain reaction on the Lucre Hulk.
Nice.
Fun.
All right, bar is up.
Well, I think I'm gonna try to help my wingman out, and I'll attack these guys.
Using force?
Well, you know what? Lucre Hulk is about to go kaplooey, so I think I'll burn another force box.
All right.
So I'll do that. I'll hit force. Oh gosh darn it!
Oh, that was down 3.
Yeah, down 2.
Down two. Oh.
Gosh darn it! So unless I burn a fate point, I'm not killing anything. I take it.
Correct.
I still have 3 fate points. I could. I'll burn 1. Let's see. We'll just go with Iron Will.
All right.
It's like, no, I must help my friend. I can't let him die.
Right.
And Lasho is up. You're up to 10 kills, by the way, for Bar.
Woo!
All right. The force is with you.
I definitely turned off my targeting computer.
Yeah, you did.
Something doesn't work right. They sold us a bunch of lemons.
Hey, Prof, your targeting computers are garbage.
You guys are still alive.
Yes.
Doesn't mean we can't grumble.
I think Lasho wants to shoot at these guys.
All right. Fire
And
away.
Lasho,
Force or pilot?
Force action.
I think Lasho's going to use his second force box
All right.
Yeah.
into the force.
What is
Oh
it
my
with you
gosh,
guys?
he rolled
What?
down 2.
Oh.
Holy
Oh.
buckets.
But you also have fate points.
I have 7 fate points. I'm going to
my
burn
goodness.
a fate point for fighting for freedom.
Freedom.
Ooh.
Kaplooey.
You also, so you're up to
12.
12 kills. Oh, you one of them's left. So 11.
Oh, man. We're leaving all these orphan vulture droids out here.
Yeah, but you're individually, you guys are better pilots than they are.
Hey, Joe
Yes.
Mock, that like one Lucre Hulk, it still only counts as one.
It still only counts as 1.
As he goes and notches out Luger Hulk outline as his like kill, and he has 2 of them, and he looks over and he's like, "How many do you have?"
Yeah, he's got an outline like this on his fighter for the rest of the time. He starts making tally marks.
Yeah, just like soon it'll be a Lucre Hulk ace.
The Lucre Hulk is mine. Oh crap again.
It only counts as 1. 6, 7, 8.
Here we get back from this
If-
mission, and I'm sure the clone troopers will be like, "Oh yeah, we took out like 5 of those."
But if we animated this, this would have made a quite excellent short film, even so far, with pilot reactions and the trench run and the big blasts and the desperate evasions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. If only we had ILM's budget.
There's people out there that make pretty good fan films. It's just
They do, but they make like 2-minute fan films every other year.
yeah, I know. There was that one fan that did an entire 2D animation love letter to the old TIE Fighter game, and it took him like 7-8 years to make on weekends.
Yep.
What?
As somebody who writes books, trust me, I get it.
I'll send that video in the chat. That came back when I was in college. It's just jaw-droppingly good. It's in the old 80s anime style too.
I've seen it.
I'm just wondering if the other guys have.
I have not seen it.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Okay, and incoming. Oh gosh, you guys are gonna be able to milk this. It's gonna be bad. Vulture droids, no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. First attack on Bar.
Ooh.
Hold on, I'm sending a link. Let's. Oh, okay. I think I might be able to actually defend against this. Let's hope and pray that my piloting skills do not absolutely suck, and they still suck. Okay.
Third stress.
You get a plus. You get a plus.
I get a
one.
+1. I get a +1, so it's actually even. That's right. I didn't add the +1.
Oh, it is even. So second stress.
Yes. Second
Yep.
stress. This is.
There you go.
Ooh. Wait, so it got through the shields?
No, the first 3 are basically the shields, and the next 2 are like cosmetic damage.
Oh, okay.
Right before systems start going out, that's like hull plating.
Ah,
Right.
okay.
So just shield damage until it gets inside the box.
Got it. Okay, cool.
And even then, damage inside the box is still perfectly functional and easily repairable enough that it's fixed by the next time you have to go into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Cool.
It's like SDF and Palladium.
Yes. STC?
Yes, thank you, STC.
You say SDF, and I'm going to have to go rewatch the entire Robotech series. SDF1. All right. Second attempt to... Oh, so first attempt to kill Lasho.
Oh, there's multiple attempts for Lash's life.
Really?
Ha
Really?
Oh my
Really?
goodness. Your
Garbage
defense
roll.
is going to be ridiculously higher.
Oh, please let it be a really good roll.
Rolling
Yeah! That's 4 tips.
Name your advantage.
The need for speed.
No. Tactical positioning?
That's better than Need for Speed.
I'm making jokes.
Second attempt to kill Lasho.
Second
Hey,
defense.
he beat it by 4, doesn't he? Get 2 tags for
Oh.
tactical position?
No, beating it by 1 means you take no damage. 3 more shifts gives you your first one. You have to beat it by 7 to get 2 advantages.
Oh, okay.
I beat that one by
That's
6.
right, that's right.
So you get so you get it. You also get an additional aspect out of it.
Nice.
Good. Third attempt to
Oh.
kill Lasho.
Like it. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
He's just throwing the kitchen sink at you at this point.
Third defense with force.
Oh my gosh.
What? It's insane.
Second
Oh,
attempt
no.
to kill Bar.
No. Okay, let's. Oh goodness, here we
Do
go.
I get another aspect for that?
No, not quite. You're one
Okay.
shy.
And here we go. And then +1, so it's 3.
Okay. So they don't even touch you.
Woo!
All right. Lucked out.
Jamok, you
Yes.
have to make 10 shifts of piloting. You have 2 turns to do it.
10 shifts of piloting, 2 turns.
Yep.
Okay. Am I gonna have anybody firing at me, or is it just me a straight run?
If you make high enough piloting rolls that you outrun the explosion, you will automatically have evaded the incoming attacks.
Okay.
Like, yeah, everybody on the ship is trying to kill you. If you stay alive, it will not have mattered because you will have been out flying anything they possibly could have thrown at you.
Gotcha. Well, the first one is a great.
Okay, you
Nice.
need 6 shifts next turn.
Sounds good.
And Bar is up.
Okay, I guess probably best to attack this group right here. Let's go after that.
You're going to use force, aren't you?
I only have 1 stress box of force left, and this is kind of the finale. So I guess I should use it.
All right.
All right.
you
So
go.
filling in that third box and rolling. I rolled even 3. Oh gosh.
Didn't you have an advantage?
Oh, of a +1. So it's,
No, didn't you have didn't you succeed well enough in your last defense to No, you just got missed.
yeah.
Right.
Okay. Lasho's the one with all of
Yes.
the story momentum.
Yeah, exactly. He's the one that it's just it's got all that.
So, fate point, no fate point.
I only have 2. um
If you use a fate point now, their chance to hit you, which is gonna be a +4, and you only have so there's gonna be rolling at a great, you're gonna be rolling at a fair. Like you're at a disadvantage, so you could just use your fate point now to bring that down.
to bring even the odds out. All right,
Yeah.
I'll burn 1. Yeah. Yeah. So just
13
Okay.
kills.
woohoo! I am burning fate points like crazy right now.
Yep.
This space battle's been a little epic.
A little bit.
I mean, what have you guys gone up against? 5, 6 to 1 odds, not counting the 3-kilometer wide battleship.
With average piloting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm barely hanging on for dear life.
Yep. But you are hanging on.
Woo!
You're still in it.
Oh yeah.
Lasho's up.
Lasho's gonna shoot at these guys
Force, pilot.
using force, his
Okay.
third stress box.
All right.
It's a
Ooh.
superb up 1.
Oh.
But
Wait
he's
for
gonna
it, though.
tag. He's gonna tag barrel roll.
All right.
That'll kill 3 of them.
And
No,
if
you
hit,
could if you leave it at 3. Leave it at 3.
I'm coming.
Don't worry about that last one. That last one is not worth spending fate points for, in my opinion.
well, I have another aspect.
Yeah, but you can use that aspect to help you out in case one of them rolls up really big.
You have 3 going to be on you that are going to
Yeah.
be firing. So
Statistically, one of them is going to roll up big, potentially.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
One more
my
aspect.
turn. Kill the players. Yes.
Wait, what are they doing?
I hand you 2 fate points at a time. That
I know,
means I'm out to kill you.
Yes, that was established.
Kill bar.
Ha! You might live yet.
Let us do
True.
hold on a second. Let's do the attack R4DF +1. Let us see what I have here. I still beat it.
Fair. All right. No killing bar. Killing Lasho. What could go wrong? Really? Fair.
Down 1. He's gonna defend with force, and he beats you by 3.
All right.
All right.
Ah.
Cookman, live or die, man.
Oh.
Now it's your turn.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
You need 6 shifts of pilot.
Let's
make this. Let's go big. Go big.
Oh, sweet. Just one.
All right. Well, he's definitely he's driving himself somewhere. Might as well be to survive this, and
Yeah.
there we go. He's out and out.
Kablooey.
There's a
Now
big
there's
giant
There's
explosion.
your second solo Lucre Hulk kill.
That I survived. I would have still killed it anyways.
Still only 1.
Still counts as 1.
As there's still literally thousands of fighters in there.
Bars up.
Well,
See, this very much a Clone Wars, but this is 2D animated Clone Wars, right? This is the 2003 miniseries where
It's
the
so
director flat out said, "I wanted to show that one Jedi equals one army."
and it's awesome.
And you guys are definitely, the Samurai Jack animation is definitely going on
Yes.
here. Yep.
All right, so here we go. Because I have the +1 out of this, so let's roll for pilot. Okay.
Why do you have a +1 to attack?
Isn't it for?
Nope.
Oh no, wait, that's for reflexes. I apologize.
Yep.
So it's technically a 1.
Okay.
I'm about to get. Oh gosh.
And the dogfight continues. Lasho is up.
He's gonna shoot at these guys.
Do you force or pilot?
Just pilot.
Okay.
Straight pilot roll.
Oh.
Bah. Down 2.
Right at the very end.
All right.
And incoming fire. Kill bar.
Okay, so this is where I get the +1.
Oh.
Ah!
Yes,
Mama.
Ah!
it is where you get the +1. Yep. That's
So-
insane.
I had to go against a 6.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
you might take some shield damage.
Would you like to
Oh.
offer a concession?
No.
No, not at the end here.
I'm
No.
keeping the starfighter.
Gosh darn it, yeah. Okay. Ugh.
What do you have +2, man?
4DF +2. Oh, please, Lord, help
Up,
me.
up.
Ugh, so I can burn my very last fate point.
So let's just look at this. This is gonna be 5. So this will be your last stress box.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
take the last stress box.
You're coming
Wait.
through this, there's a bunch of explosions. You come out, I'm cooked pretty bad, but I'm still okay. R2, see what you can do back there.
Right. So.
Jomat's on his way. He's got you. Just run towards me.
You're really using an aspect?
Well, I'm
No,
using. I used a fate point.
Why?
No, you don't need to use a
don't
fate
need
point.
it.
You
Oh, I
just
don't. Oh, I don't need to.
No.
Okay.
No. You'll
Okay,
take your
so I'm-
fifth
Because
your
here's where
fifth
you're
stress
at.
box.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're low on shields, you're low on hull, but they haven't even cooked any major systems.
Cool.
Right.
All right. Still alive.
This is one of those things
And
where
one
you land and the ground crew is just like respect.
What happened to you?
Yeah.
You flew in on that thing. You're braver than I thought.
Yes, pretty much.
As I see a small star in the sky explode 20 minutes earlier.
Prof is gonna be like crying over his poor dinged up babies.
No, he'll be like, "It survived." Yeah.
It took me so long to build these.
See, I told you they were good. I mean, I told you I was good, and I'm an engineer, and I really worked hard to earn that. And you give me.
Tossing the keys, you might need to spray out the cockpit.
And my attempt to kill Lasho falls hideously short.
Oh. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. So
It's an aspect.
yeah.
Faster than you. That's awesome. Jamal, your turn.
All right. I would like to go and engage these guys, but that's going to be a matter of how much can I do in this turn?
If you're willing to take a -1 on your attack, then you can make a piloting roll, and you'll get your 5
Okay.
X's plus whatever you get.
One. Okay, so piloting roll.
my gosh.
So sweet.
All right, so I can basically be
4, 5,
anywhere.
6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here.
Okay. And then do I still hit them?
You can still shoot. You get to shoot now. You're -1.
Okay. I will take that.
This is Maverick comes rocking.
Oh my
through
gosh.
formation.
Sweet.
So that's -1.
It's still fantastic.
So
Beat them by
Rock,
2.
going at some measurable fraction of the speed of light, rockets past Bar's fighter, and there's just a pair of explosions behind him. You're all
I'm
clear,
alive!
kid. Now let's do this. Go home.
Yeah!
Good lord. He is a crazy good pilot. Holy man.
That's awesome.
Nice. You should have seen him like almost breaking down and crying on some of the poor rolls he made
Yeah.
the last session where he was in space.
I really pushed him hard on that last fight. On last week's fight.
It was
This
all straight
last
up
one-
rolls though.
Yep. Yeah, you were just facing ridiculous odds. Like I was attacking you with like 2 and 3 squadrons at a time.
That's like when you handed us a Dark Jedi and Bar gets knocked out in the first turn and we're like, whoa. We need him.
Yep.
He's our best like hand-to-hand fighter.
He's what he's really good at in when you guys are fighting an enemy in hand to hand is he's a buff. Right? He's gonna make his dodges and throw aspects on the scene that you two with a higher attack can use.
Right. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
Bar is up.
All right. Well, I guess I'll attack as best as I can, which has been pretty garbage today, but we'll see what happens.
Well, but remember, your average professional pilot has piloted average.
All right. Let's see what they can roll for defense. Oh!
Oh, what? Nice. I like it.
Ah!
Yeah, you
What's
just
that for
deleted
kills
them.
This fight for Bar?
16?
Yeah.
15, 16 or something?
You said 13 on the last go
Yeah,
round.
16 kills in his first fight.
Woo! And in the smoldering remains of my fighter.
There's no way you got more kills than me. That's not possible.
except he's the biological equivalent of 13, so there's no way he's not going to spend the next month bragging that he got more kills than you.
As I'm pointing out that there was literally thousands of Ultra Droids on the Lucre Hulk that blew up, and you're like, no, you didn't shoot them. They blew up on their own. I was
And,
like,
I'm bragging as you're literally attaching a tow cable to my thing to drag my
ask-
fighter in.
ask the parent of the teenagers if I'm not telling the truth.
This is an ongoing conversation in my house.
Oh man.
like,
We survived, boys. We did it.
We made it.
we did.
And you drop down into the upper atmosphere.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
This is a nice map. I like it.
that's
Welcome to the siege of Tepesh Valley.
nice.
And you actually get to basically see it as you're in. Oh, look, the GM offers you all a pair of fate points.
2 fate points.
Yes, your stress tracks are clear.
Okay.
They were already clear.
Yeah. Fine.
Bar's
just go
astromech
right.
droid has managed the hull repairs while he recharges shields as you did your atmospheric entry.
Nice. Ours always getting help from droids. He should really be the Jedi Force tech guy
The droid
instead of
whisperer.
Lasha. Yeah.
And yet, the interdependence of your team. All right. So you can see that the vigilante is already set down outside of the Tepesh city gates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are these?
Near. What are they? R-95 Star Chasers.
Mm.
I'm forgetting the designation. Those are Star Chasers.
Are they on our side?
Yeah, they're a common. R-41 Star Chaser. They are a pre-Clone Wars equivalent to an X-wing, except inferior in every way. You know,
Oh,
they
okay.
have shields. They're relatively weak. They have guns. They're not all that powerful. They're fast, but they're not as fast as they're about as fast as a Y-wing. They're,
Oh my.
Mm.
But that's where things were before this incredible jump in military technology that the next century and a half of endless warfare is going to create.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think I can play anymore this evening due to the fact that I have I had to figure out how to do a live stream in the middle of nowhere, bro, like in a field out in the open.
So before everybody goes, I want to give you guys kind of welcome to the jungle.
Mm.
All right.
If you want to zoom out to like 50%, you can see the whole map.
So we
Right.
have a Lucre Hulk down on the ground in atmosphere, or is it hovering above the atmosphere?
It's on the ground, right? This is where the droid army has come from.
Got it. Okay.
All right. You can see the tens and dozens. On your way in, you can see the tens and dozens of thousands of
Right.
Republic army units, sector army units,
Okay.
holding critical choke points, but clearly
Mhm.
outnumbered and encircled.
Right. Are these anti-aircraft guns on top these hills?
Yes, which is
Okay.
why all the starfighters are grounded, and why I just offered all of you 2 fate points as I attempt to kill you before you can land.
No.
Oh, you all have 2 fate points. You can buy it off.
No. You're gonna take these 2 fate points, or you're gonna choke on these 2 fate points.
I have 2 fate points to buy it off. I don't know what the rest of you.
I only have 3 fate points in total.
So you can buy it off.
No, the thing is that when you take 2 fate points, you either have to pay it off with what you have before that, or you have to take them. So both of us only have 1 fate point.
Yeah, I literally can't buy it off.
Yeah, no, neither can I.
I get 2 chances to kill you before you can land. Yay!
I thought we were coasting in.
What are these based on? Radar or heat signatures?
You don't know.
Gosh darn it.
They look like they're based on shooting things out of the sky. That's what.
Yes, but
Who
the
knows?
targeting system.
I mean, they're only the size of buildings. Perhaps the designers could have incorporated multiple targeting sensors.
Perhaps. All right. So we make you said a couple of rolls and then we're good.
Yep. I'm gonna give you. There's 2 cannon. There's 6 cannon and 3 of you. So each cannon's gonna get a chance to vaporize you on the spot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Oh boy.
Why can't you be nice?
Because then you don't get any fate points, and the story is nowhere near as interesting.
Oh, come on, no.
All for the sake of drama.
All for the sake of drama. I'm here for the drama. I'm actually literally here for the drama.
Or literally, what we have here is an example of Chekhov's anti-aircraft gun.
Okay, so weapons 10, anti-aircraft batteries.
Goodness gracious, sir.
All right.
Eh.
Do you need to make your rolls to attack us?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, to kill Jomok. Interesting. All right. What's the weapons value on these things?
Yes.
You get hit. If you get hit, you're toast.
No.
So he got
Okay. So I can. Hold on a second. R40F plus 2.
Or you could
Okay.
burn force stress and use your force.
I'll do that. I'll burn some force stress. So I'll fill in the first force stress box, and then I'll hopefully not roll complete hot garbage. Oh, I rolled even.
All right. So that just means you need to use one fate point and not the entirety of the fate points that you were given for this.
good God.
Uh,
Down
you-
2.
yeah, and
So-
you need to burn 2 as well then.
Wait, if I roll even with it, am I still toast?
Yes.
Oh gosh. So I'll have to burn a fate point in order to not die.
Yes. Second attempt to kill you all.
Oh my gosh.
So hang on a second,
Yep.
Bruce. So I rolled down 2. I have to burn 1 fate point or 2 fate points.
2.
So I'm gonna burn the. Okay, so like. Like that
Yep.
and that.
Yep, that'll work.
Nice.
And second batteries are targeting.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Oh no.
Remember, you don't have to roll a defense. You can negotiate a concession.
I don't want to negotiate a concession.
Uh,
Oh my goodness.
oh please,
Bash those.
please, Lord. No, no, no. All right, I'm gonna try. I'll try. I'm gonna burn another force thing out.
All right.
Please go up. Please go up. Please go up.
I rolled up 4.
I rolled up. And I can burn one last fate point in order to make it so I don't die.
All right. I'm gonna do this. Yes.
Nice.
Dope.
Oh, coming in clutch. Coming in clutch. I'm just waiting for that RNG to kick in. You know.
We get to
Oh,
keep our
then
starfighters,
goodness.
boys. We get to keep the starfighters. No concession.
Yeah, we definitely want to be able to survive this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Josh even got, because he rolled up 4. He means he got an aspect.
Woohoo.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. So Josh got flight footage of the battle,
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
which
Sweet.
means like he's actually got recon. He's actually got current
Tactical nuance.
current intel on the entire valley.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Because of his evasion pattern. Because of his evasion pattern.
Sweetness. That'll
So-
be awesome.
So let's
I'm sorry.
Let's talk upcoming campaign.
Mm.
And of course, I also need to that's about to scale. And the droids are there too.
Hooray!
Nice.
They made it.
Yep. So, you guys have they're engaged. They're surrounded. They will be destroyed. Their ships are grounded. You know, there's a really nasty scorch mark across the Jedi cruiser's hull from those anti-aircraft batteries.
Mm-hmm.
No critical systems damaged. They're not going to be able to just retreat and wait without help.
Right.
So this is where
So-
Jedi are going to need to do things, right? Like a bunch of civilian freighters coming in under those aircraft guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to keep the defense forces alive long enough to have the retreat, but then also take out the AA guns to make
Yeah.
sure that the retreat can actually be viable.
Right. So
Yeah.
over here we have troops pinned down on Lake Mistirov. They can't go through go over the water because of hungry tentacled things, and they can't be
Right.
air evac'd out because of the AA guns overlooking the lake.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, Windsand Temple is probably the best available landing field for anything bigger than a freighter.
Okay.
You know, is the clear space here. But they're badly outnumbered trying to hold it.
Hmm.
You know, Massifwan, Massifon is surrounded and in danger of, the city is in danger of being overrun any moment.
Hmm.
And anchored on some natural cave formations, the eastern swamps are holding, but they can't disengage.
Hmm.
So if you do everything right, getting everyone to this area here when the evacuation shows is when you're going to be able to save the most people. I mean, okay, knowing you psychos and your overachieving power gaming narrative, the real best thing would be the utter destruction of local coalition army, you know, of the local separatist army.
Let's do it. Let's do
The
it.
local coalition army. I'm like, wait. The best option is to kill everybody on planet and then just take off. Like,
We'll do a Team
Destroy
America
them all.
style.
I'm just glad
Destroy them
you
all.
guys haven't decided that you've got time to rearm and there's only 3 Lucre Hulks left. Yar.
I mean, we
don't
could do
think
it.
that Joe Mock's not looking at that Lucre Hulk on the ground as if like that's perfect.
I mean, we could totally Team America this if we wanted to. Just literally blow everything up and be like, drive off into the sunset, going, "Yeah, we saved the day."
Way
Yeah.
to go, team.
The GM's story intention would be to have you guys function like quick response special forces with various, you
Yes.
know, you've got a couple trench runs, you know, low altitude. You know, you've got some Top Gun Maverick missions against these anti-aircraft cannon. You know, that you could do one day. You know, going in and
Okay.
going in
just
and
like-
rescuing troops, you know, pushed back into the caves.
Just out of
That's most of
curiosity,
Clone Wars though, like is
Wait.
going in and doing that kind of stuff.
wait. I mean, I'm guessing. Okay, I'm gonna ask the question. But are these anti-aircraft guns? Are they manned or unmanned?
Man,
Are they okay, so they're not just droids. Oh yes.
no.
You
You leave BB out of this.
No.
Perfect.
All I
No.
hear is viable option.
Viable option.
Hey guys, look at this. Look at this. We have a battery here. We have a battery here, and look, a Lucre Hulk right below.
And
we can
even
have the
No.
even-
high ground.
No.
Even more important, we have a Judas.
Yes. 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 Yes.
You-
Yes.
Oh my
So
goodness.
your first mission, you're going to nightmare the Lake Misdarov batteries and use it to blow the Lucre Hulk, and wipe out the enemy air support?
Yeah, absolutely. That
It
sounds
seems,
awesome.
it seems to be the single most logical response to
Mission
their
1.
overwhelming.
Aliens. The lake.
It's a bug hunt.
That sounds like a good time too.
I'm sorry that I won't really be here for that mission. I'm out of commission for the next 2 weekends.
Right.
Well, somebody's
Gosh
got
darn it.
to. Someone has to keep the clankers and the clones from, Hatfields and McCoying themselves to death over here.
Right.
Yep.
And I'm assuming once you establish air superiority, that's when you're going to start just playing A10 Warthog versus enemy formations.
You just said the magical word.
Nice straight
This was really
line
supposed to be a
right here.
desperate infantry campaign, guys.
I love the smell of
Get back
napalm
in
in the
my
morning.
box.
We are special forces. We work smarter, not harder.
There is no box.
What box? What box are we talking about here, guys? Seriously.
We're
There's no
Jedi special
box.
forces. We make the Force work hard or work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Today marks your second significant milestone.
Woohoo!
So before you go, you have another skill point.
Sweet.
This
So does this
can mean raising an average skill to fair.
Right.
Or adding another average skill.
Think about that. Yes. Rain fire and death down upon the Trade Federation with their own guns.
So let's
Just
look at Bar really quick because Bar's got to go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
No, so we're going to do you first. Bar,
Okay.
you've got one more skill point, okay? Bar has one more skill point. He can raise one of his 5 averages to fair, right? Because you can't be upside down in skills. You always have to have a skill beneath it.
Got it. Okay.
So you could raise pilot.
I think raising
or
pilot might...
raise military.
Since we're gonna be on the ground now. Let's raise military.
All right.
Yeah, let's raise military to...
There's your new skill build.
Cool.
So you've been hitting the books because the Clone Wars have, and you're apparently a natural at it. So you have the level of military acumen of your standard non-remarkable company commander.
Cool.
Right? Or not company. You're at least lieutenant senior grade.
Ooh, okay, fun.
In terms of military theory, etc.
All right. Still kind of more dangerous to myself than necessarily others.
I said senior. We're not even going to talk about the ensigns.
No, not the ensigns, not the ensigns.
Right. So military at good, then you're talking commander, lieutenant commander.
Mm-hmm.
Right. To keep with the Navy rank structure.
Mm-hmm.
Great, superb, captain, commodore.
Mm.
All right.
Anything higher than that, right, Admiral?
Yeah. Okay. Well, admiral is basically at grade to superb plus a stunt.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Because I'm not actually convinced that admirals are any more skilled than commodores. They're just more bureaucratic about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So we've got you leveled up.
Good.
Go
Awesome.
get some sleep, you furry psycho.
Thanks for
All right.
playing, man.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
I hope you all had
Fun.
fun. It was dramatic enough, and you felt pushed and challenged, but still like you earned your victory.
I went from 7 to 1 fate point in one game setting. Yeah, it was intense.
You wiped out an enemy army on your way in for funsies.
Oh yeah.
I was planning on having a ground battle today, right? It was supposed to be you fly past the Lucre Hulk, you dodge 2 or 3 times, you're done.
Nah.
Right.
But no. Why not just wipe out an enemy capital ship on the way in to say Jedi here?
Yeah, Jedi here. Now you only have 3 Lucre Hulk ships.
Oh, no, it's official. You've officially pissed the enemy off. They're gonna find out who you are, and they're gonna do something about it.
Yeah, but we can take the. I feel like the Kalish thing here to do is to make sure that they don't get word back to other people. Is that not a Kalish thing to do?
No, that's
this
not
war?
a Kalish thing to do. Kalish are tribal warriors. You know, everyone fear me is totally the Kalish thing. Hence the big, bold, painted masks and stuff.
I fully expect there to be wanted posters.
These are not Lenape tribal warriors where they just kind of fade out of the great forests and kill everybody in the village and disappear into the mists. This is like New Zealand haka, you know, tongue out, eyes bulging. That's definitely the vibe I get from Grievous's backstory about the Jamak, about the Kalish culture.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So let's look at how best can we improve Jamak with your skill point.
Night, gentlemen. I'm out.
Good night, man.
All right. Good night. See ya.
So you can bump one of your average skills or gain an average skill.
Okay. I'm just trying to look to see if there's anything that I'm like he'd maybe been utilizing that was like a huge hole that he had.
You don't have military yet, and that's shown up a couple times.
It has.
And you've entered a war zone.
You know, but he's not exactly the kind of person to think that it's important to care about that kind of stuff.
Oh, you're a regular Jedi General. Let the soldiers do the dying. I don't need to figure out tactics.
It's not the let the soldiers do the dying. It's just like he feels like anything that can be solved with military could probably be solved with rapport. And he's not wrong in most cases, but I think that maybe it's going to be a little bit of a battle to get him any kind of military training at this point, or like pick up on that.
Okay.
I think maybe the lore had to do with like lore is the Jedi version of scholarship, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can't raise it because you can't have. You've got to build a pyramid or a tower with your skills.
Right.
Yeah, you can't do the Jenga thing.
Well, no, but I could bring up scholarship or physique from average.
You could scholarship if you want to be a smarter leader, and physique if you view yourself as becoming more of an individual, personal warrior.
And he is leaning more towards being like a counselor in terms of like when you're talking about like guardians, counselors, sentinels.
That was his initial power is in that direction, yeah, but that doesn't mean that's where he chooses to go.
Right.
You know, Master Frigvik, the head of Haedong for the region, he talks about how unathletic he is, but he just chose the path he wasn't naturally gifted at and kept at it.
Right.
Because a lot of your aspects scream Jedi Guardian or Jedi Sentinel, you know, hunting down particular bad guys or being the frontline warrior.
Physique when it goes up to fair, does it get another
No,
One
but
of
you'll
the-
be closer to good when it does give you another stress box.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put physique up then.
Okay. I'll let you handle that one. Let's look at Lasho.
Oh shoot, that got rid of pilot.
So,
I think
Josh?
that Lasho in his as a character, like moving up, having him move military up from average to fair, seems like a really important thing to do at the moment.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, and I'm
The
sure. Yeah, I'm sure that most people would agree in this situation that makes a lot more sense.
he's the elder of the three. He's more of he wants to be kind of the quiet leader, the one who just leads by example and brings people around. And when he says something, people listen to what he's saying
That might
because
be adding the skill rapport.
true. But I think that military would be a better
First be competent, then lead. All right.
That's not a bad rationality. I like it.
So 3 more games, and you guys are so you end. If you end this campaign, because there's going to be several adventures worth here, then you're looking at particularly if you do something insane like win the fight and capture the enemy general, and everybody shows up to rescue the world, and you're like, nah, we're good. Which I don't put beyond you psychos. Then you're going up a refresh and getting 3 skill points after that. At that point.
Nice. That'd be a lot of fun.
Well, some of you would be able to achieve, would be ready for your Jedi trials, right? You'd have all your Jedi requirements checked off.
Right.
I think. Or you'd be very close. Because you need force defense, lightsaber, telekinesis, and force sense, right? So Lasho needs force sense, Jomok needs telekinesis.
Yep.
And that's
How do
what
we
you
add?
need to be able to form your own custom lightsaber.
How do you get force sense? How do we add that stunt?
The refresh goes up 1, so you can add another stunt to be at
Yep.
1 refresh.
For character wise, like role playing wise, you have to have somebody who can do it. Just like in order to like heal certain kinds of consequences, you have to have like a story reason, like a role playing reason to say, oh, we have somebody that's doing counseling or some kind of like wise person or something like that, like helping a person through a mental trauma in order to get them past that.
And honestly, you could have been using the Force in entirely different ways in that last dogfight if you had wanted.
Right.
You could have been reaching your hand out at your canopy and just like unplugging the processing chips of that squadron of droid. What would they resist that with?
Sure.
True.
But so you've got telekinesis, but because you can use telekinesis with no effort, but Jomok could have done the same thing, but he would have had to burn force stress, right? Like in the last fight, you guys were all basically using the Jedi Ace ability. You just had to strain to use it, and you could only use it for a certain amount of time.
Right.
Right. And when you've got it as a stunt, that reflects your character. So like even Bar Bar can see things in the Force. Bar can move things with his mind. Bar can do bursts of speed. Bar can do, piloting, even though he doesn't have any of those stunts. But when he picks up the stunt, then he can do it as a reflex.
Yeah, you can do it as a zero stress as many times as you want.
Orange belts can block. Black belts aren't thinking about how to do the block. They're just thinking about what they're going to do in a counter. And that's kind of how the stunt shows up.
Sure.
So, none of you, by the time a character becomes a Padawan, they can do a little bit of everything. And then the journey from Padawan to Jedi it's very analogous to Black Belt. You're not thinking about how do I perform this technique. Then you can start thinking about what is the meaning of this technique? How do I apply this technique?
Right.
Yeah. And so Padawan is that journey to I've mastered my basics. And then there's probably a period while you're waiting for your Jedi trials that, because it's another several refresh before you can actually function as a specified guardian or a specified consular, where you're noticeably that lifestyle has shaped your powers and your interaction with the Force. Anyway, so if that makes sense of like how you can just pick up these stunts.
Yes.
All right, because there's an excellent book, and I got it originally to read to my nephew, and I can't because it's slightly more mature in content than I remembered caring about at like 18. Called Shadow of the Empire, which takes place between Return of the Jedi and between Empire Strikes Back and The Last Jedi, which is an adventure. Like Leia gets kidnapped by a crime syndicate. Luke doesn't face off with Vader, but he's got a different adventure on Coruscant. And it's in the process of that novel that he learns to quit trying to use the Force, and he just starts using the Force. And so it story-wise kind of bridges the gap where he shows up as a Jedi in Return of the Jedi. Anyway.
Oh, sure. Yeah, like there's that disconnect within the two different movies where you're like, how did he get that way?
Yeah, and there's a really good movie, and I hope to eventually share the story with my nephew, but he's still 14, and his mom and I are not on the greatest of terms, and so I'm not. And unfortunately, the thing that kidnaps Leia has like pheromone powers, and like, yeah, it's kind of awkward to read to somebody else's kid, so I'm gonna wait on that one for a while.
Right.
Yeah, so the stunts you have are the things you can do without trying. And the Force lets you try the stuff you can't do, reflexively. But both of you would be able to, if both of you at the end of probably this planetary campaign will be ready for your trials, whether or not you get recognized as a Jedi. And it would be really hilarious to make one of you Bar's master.
That would be funny.
So, just so I'm not spending half my week prepping a mission and then you guys go off the rails again, you do want to infiltrate the Lake Mizdaroth battery and use them to wipe out the enemy air power in the region? That is what you guys want to do next?
I think so. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Does it help if I do the briefing stuff like a document that you got, rather than spend the first 20 minutes reading it all out loud, if I can give you like the introductory crawl information and meet the new characters, if I do that, in a couple pages?
Well, Rosebrough will read it out loud anyway.
Well, no, I actually asked him to because he was so swamped this weekend he hadn't gotten caught up.
Ah, got it. Okay.
That's the
I
only reason. The
I
only
think
reason
so.
I wrote it down was so that we could ideally just skip it and get right into the decision making.
Right.
I enjoyed reading that
Okay.
for today's battle. That was actually really helpful.
All right, so I'll try to kind of do that. Like, here's because otherwise we're gonna have to role play through meeting the general and the colonel. What does the city feel like? And I still need to include all that, but I can use speech to text and get other things done while I make that part of the adventure.
Right.
And throw in some useful little visuals to help you know. And then we'll be able to spend more of our precious time because we're all responsible adults. Cough, cough. I play one on TV. Planning the Lake Mizdroff because that would really change. That would really change a lot of the strategic situation in the valley. If you could wipe out the enemy fighters, and either drive off the Lucre Hulk, right? Even if you make the Lucre Hulk retreat, more power to you.
Right.
Not going to require. I'm not sure a pair of anti-aircraft batteries, which are basically just effectively small agile turbo lasers, are going to be able to take out a Lucre Hulk. But even if you just make the Lucre Hulk blow them away and retreat, but you're able to inflict a lot of Vulture Droid casualties. But no, its shields are down, so maybe if you get lucky, or if somebody's using the Force,
True.
maybe Josh gets a turn.
Right?
Right? You don't have to kill all the Lucre Hulks. I know it's habit forming. Oh, but man, yeah, you did it again. You've killed 2 Lucre Hulks solo in a week. I get to send bounty hunters and Dark Jedi to kill you until the end of the war. You've really pissed them off. That's awesome. That gives me a lot more variety, and the story is slowing down. Send in the ninjas. So I appreciate you, Joe. I've already got a couple ideas I can't wait to use. All right, I mean, that's doable. You're not going to just set out to find and kidnap the enemy commander, find and eliminate the enemy commanders, and just, yeah. Good. I will prep for Lake Mizdrov. And we'll do that next.
Sounds fabulous.
All
And we'll all
guys.
conspire behind your back.
All right, I'm going to end the recording and